everyone, today we will discuss about narrative text. Do you know what is narrative text? Okay, let me explain. Narrative text is a story with complication or problematic event and it tries to find the resolution to solve the problems. Usually, the narrative text contains good stories of fable, folktales, fairy tales, myths, and legend. Let's move to the example. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, lived a king and his 3 daughters. The king loved them very much, for they were good and beautiful girls. But one day, he decided to test how much they loved him. One day, the king gathered his daughters around him and asked each of them the same question. How much do you love me?
Oh, father, I love you as much as all the diamonds and all the rubies in the world and more.
Dear father, I love you as much as all the gold and silver in the world.
My father and king, I love you as much as all the salt in the world.
The king was very surprised at her answer.
What did you say? I think I must have misheard you.
I said that I love you as much as salt.
How dare you? Your sister loved me as much as diamond and gold, and you love me as little as salt. Leave this kingdom right now and never come back.
The little princess hid herself in the woods, but she soon got very tired and started to cry. When a prince who was passing by on his steed heard her, as soon as he saw the pretty princess, the young prince fell in love with her. The prince took her to his castle and soon asked her to marry him. The young princess told him that she would only marry him if her father, the king, came to the wedding.
Sadly, my father is angry with me and has told me never return to his kingdom.
Don't worry, I will send him an invitation to our wedding. And when he arrives, we will teach him a lesson.
The prince immediately sent a wedding invitation to the king. But the clever prince didn't write that he was marrying the king's youngest daughter. So when the wedding day came, the king arrived. He sat at the banqueting table in the place of honor next to the prince. Then he was served a meal, which looked absolutely delicious, but when the king came to taste it, he froze and cried out,
This meal has no salt in it, I can't eat.
At once, his younger daughters broke him salt and said,
Here you are, my king. I hope that the meal will taste better now.
The king immediately recognized her voice. The king saw his youngest daughter. He understood at once what the prince and princess wanted to teach him. The king begged his daughter to forgive him. The princess cried out in joy. They hugged each other, and the king, the prince, and the princess lived happily ever after.